What if I told you that right now, you are one breakthrough away from instantly sounding smarter than 99% of people in every conversation you have? No, seriously. Whether it's at work, with your friends, or pitching a multi-million-dollar product, there's one powerful skill that top performers use every single time they open their mouths: the ability to clear your mind and speak with laser-focused intention. In the next few minutes, I'm revealing the secret blueprint for saying what you really mean and making people listen, remember, and take action. Welcome to the Growth Mindset Project. If you're ready to unlock your speaking superpowers and never get overlooked again, now is the time to subscribe and hit that bell. You don't want to miss strategies that can seriously change your life. Think about your last big conversation. Maybe it was a job interview, a high-stakes negotiation, or simply trying to persuade a colleague of your idea. How often have you walked away feeling like you didn't quite get your point across? Maybe you rambled, miscommunicated, said, too often, or felt people just weren't getting it. Most people think that sounding smarter and more persuasive is about using bigger words, memorizing clever scripts, or faking confidence. But the truth? It all starts with one game-changing practice: clear your mind. When your mind is cluttered with worries, scripts, or what people might think, your words get tangled. You say things you don't mean. Your tone doesn't match your message. The result? Confusion, doubt, missed opportunities. Want to know how billion-dollar salespeople, charismatic leaders, and world-class communicators do it? Before they say a word, they quiet their thoughts, clear their mind, and focus purely on the intention of what needs to be communicated. Here's why that matters. Every word you say lands differently depending on your tone. Imagine saying the sentence, "I didn't say he hit his wife," but putting the emphasis on a different word each time. I didn't say he hit his wife. I didn't say he hit his wife. I didn't say he hit his wife. Suddenly, the meaning completely changes, even though you're using the same words. That's the power of tone and intention, and it only works when you clear your mind first. Now, let's go deeper. Most people try to memorize a script, hoping it will save them. But if you don't really know it, or worse, you're reading it from your head as you speak, you end up sounding robotic and inauthentic. Why? Because your mind is split. Half is on what you want to say next, half is in the moment. That mental clutter leaks into your voice, your body language, your words. You become forgettable. So what's the fix? As simple as it sounds, starting your conversations with a clear mind. Take a moment, breathe, tune in fully. When you are mentally uncluttered, you listen actively and pause naturally. You respond to what's happening right now, not to what's rattling around inside your head. Let's structure this practically. There are 5 universal switches you can flip for world-class communication power. 3 are constants. Always keep them on for 100% clarity. 2 are variables. Learn to use them with intention, and you'll be able to navigate any conversation like a pro. The 3 constants? They're so basic, yet 95% of people get them wrong. 1. Speak loud enough to be easily heard. Obvious, right? But walk into any meeting or pitch and notice how many people mumble or underproject. If they can't hear you, you're invisible. 2. Speak at the right speed. Too fast, you come off anxious. Too slow, you lose people. The sweet spot? About 135 to 185 words per minute. This is the tempo that lets people truly process what you're saying without feeling rushed or bored. 3. Fully articulate every word. Don't mumble, slur, or swallow syllables. This isn't about sounding fancy, it's about clarity, and clarity turns words into impact. Even if you think you're a fast talker, fully pronouncing your words automatically slows you down and boosts authority. It sounds easy, but you'd be shocked how many people sabotage themselves by skipping these basics. The solution? Practice your script, but not like you did for high school plays. Here's a mind-clearing drill used by elite performers. Print out your script twice. Each time you read it out loud, clearly articulating every word, cross out a word. Repeat until all words are crossed out. By the end, you'll recite the entire script from memory, effortlessly, even with a blank page in front of you. That's when you're not just speaking, you're breathing the script, and you only get there by clearing your mind and truly absorbing what you need to say. Take a quick pause. If you're already getting value from this, give the video a like and drop your thoughts in the comments. What's the area of communication you most want to improve? Engaging with you is what helps this channel grow and keeps us motivated to make even better content. Now let's dig into the two variables that separate the world's best communicators from everyone else. These are the tools you use in the moment, and you can only use them if your mind is clear, not racing ahead or replaying anxieties. The first variable, strategic pauses. Most people are terrified of silence. They rush to fill every gap, ramble, or jump in before the other person has even finished their thought. But controlled silence is a power move. Pause to highlight a key point, invite a response, or let your message land. Short pauses signal importance. Long pauses invite participation or decision. If you're asking for action, like closing a deal, ask, then wait. Research shows that waiting even 8 seconds after a request can boost your success rate by up to 30%. Resist the urge to nervously fill the gap. Say your piece, then clear your mind, let the silence hang, and watch what happens. The second variable, voice modulation. This is the intonation of your voice. Does it go up at the end, signaling a question and prompting an answer? Or does it go down, indicating a statement and finality? You can mark these right into your scripts, question marks for raised tones, full stops for lowered. But the secret to using intonation skillfully? Clear your mind before key statements so you can match your vocal energy to the intention, rather than defaulting to nerves or mindless habits. Together, these 5 switches, 3 constants of clarity, 2 intentional variables, make you sound instantly smarter and more persuasive than 99% of people around you. But here's even more. The real magic happens not by reciting perfect words, but by listening deeply and guiding the conversation based on what you truly hear. That's only possible if you clear your mind, silence your ego, and focus entirely on the other person. Another power tip. The majority of successful sales, whether selling a product, an idea, or yourself, don't happen in the closing pitch. They're made in the discovery phase. That is, when you're asking questions, matching solutions to needs, and truly listening. Most people botch this because they're too focused on what they'll say at the end, instead of clearing their mind and tuning into the person in front of them. When you hit objections, like "I don't have the time" or "it's too expensive," don't try to win with a clever comeback. Don't let your mind race with counterarguments. Instead, calmly acknowledge, and often, the most persuasive next step is to reframe and ask again. If someone says they have no time, try. Maybe the fact that you're short on time is exactly why this could make the biggest difference for you. The key is to genuinely listen, clear your mind of the need to be right, and keep the conversation moving forward. At this point, let's take another moment. If you're finding this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, leave a comment. Your interaction helps us reach more lifelong learners like you. Back on track. If you ever get stuck with someone giving you one-word answers, repeat this simple, mind-clearing question. Can you give me an example? And if their answer is still vague, what's a specific example? Keep alternating until you get the real issue. Then, summarize. So it sounds like the main roadblock is X, is that fair? Once you chunk up their pain or need, ask for buy-in. If we solved that, would it help you grow, do better? Their yes is your green light to present your invitation or solution with complete clarity. And remember, when it's time to make your ask, make it, then stop. Clear your mind, resist the urge to chatter, and let your words do the work. The truth is, lasting influence doesn't come from trying to impress people with fancy words or memorized scripts. It comes from building the muscle to clear your mind, focus on what matters, and guide the conversation with clarity and intention. Make this your habit, and you will instantly speak smarter than 99% of people, anywhere, anytime. If you want to keep leveling up, don't miss out. Watch our other videos to master even more growth mindset strategies. Hit that bell so you're always first in line for new insights. Clear your mind and get ready to say what you really mean every single time.